Alright, so something that we do not talk about too often are ribbon racks. So our ribbon racks actually tell a lot about us. It can tell things that you've been a part of. It can tell how many years of service you've had when you join. It can tell things that you're qualified for. It can tell different commands that you've been with. It can tell when you've been on deployment. It can tell different areas that you've been operational out of. It can tell how many awards that you have. So this ribbon rack can actually tell a lot about your career for just somebody looking at it. But one thing, whenever you first start, we used to get, years ago, this right here, we call this the McDonald's ribbon or the National Defense ribbon. And now you don't get any ribbons out of boot camp. I think you get a boot camp ribbon, I'm not sure, but now it's like you don't get any ribbons. So once you start getting ribbons, you start to feel good because you got some candy on your chest. But something that they don't tell you is when you start getting ribbons, so each ribbon you have to purchase. Each ribbon costs money. And then you have your ribbon racks. So this right here should hold, I believe, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you usually start with 1 to 2 ribbons. Then you'll move up to 3. And then you have to purchase all these additionals as you start to add ribbons to your collection. Right? As you can see, I have all of these, which I no longer use, but I have in case somebody needs it, and or if I ever come across that I just needed a few ribbons because I'm using metals, which that's a whole different topic. If you were to use metals, these are between like $13 to $16 a piece. These are pretty expensive. These do take place of the ribbons depending on the occasion. Sometimes you might wear both, sometimes you might just wear metals, and sometimes you might just wear ribbons. But I have this organizer right here, which has everything in it. But over time you start to accumulate a lot of the frogs, some of your ranks that you've worn throughout your career. So you see right here, E3, E4 rank, right here. When you're greenside, you have these right here that you have to wear that are blackened, your ranks that are blackened. When you're corpsman and whenever you are RPs, you have to wear your shields. So that's also additional. On top of the ribbons, as you can see, you have to have different stars that come with them. Depending on how many that you have, your sequence, it will tell how many stars that you need to put on there. So you have different warfare devices you accumulate, surface. So as you can see, over time you accumulate a lot of things that you probably only wear for a small amount of time, especially if you are very active and you're on a command that deploys a lot, or if you start to really show out throughout your career and you start to accumulate a lot of ribbons. So getting ready for OCS, some more things need to be purchased. Here's another ribbon rack for 11 ribbons. Purchase stars, ribbons, but as you can see, all of this, they don't tell you that you have to purchase. And you have to keep it up to date, accurately, like it's supposed to. So each one of these, you're probably looking at about $1.25 a piece. So yeah, they're about $1.25 a piece. Some of these are $3.25. These stars alone are just $3.30. So if I have to have 2 to 3 of these, you can see how it will add up. And there's a website that you can go to that will create these for you. So if I was to go to that website, as you guys can see right here, this exact for it to be created would cost me $55.24. Then you have to wait for it to be shipped and receive it. And as you can tell, all it takes is for you to get one more ribbon, and now you need to purchase another one. If I was to get all of this that I'm able to, into that there are medals of, I'm looking at $166.75 just for the metals to be mounted and sent. So as you can see, this adds up very quickly. Just know it's a lot cheaper in the long run to just figure out how to do it yourself. And maybe once you get to a point in your career later on down the line, 10, 12, 15 years in, and you don't think that you'll be doing too much more, might be worth getting a nice set of ribbons. Starting out though, purchasing it online, I just like to do it because then it lays them out for an easy go by without actually purchasing the ribbon. So right now we're going to put this ribbon rack together, and I actually need one more of these. I only purchased one. I needed two because an OCS on the packing list says that we need 3 ribbon racks if that's what we have. So need to go and get one more ribbon rack holder, and yeah, let's go ahead and put this together. Alright, so as you guys see, there's a heaping trash that I have here. Let me just go over some of the things that I think help out a lot. So certain ones that need like these little stars here. Even, I mean, you can do it with the big stars. I'm missing this ribbon here, so I need to go to the store probably tomorrow. When I get another rack, I need to get a couple of ribbons, because right now I only have these out of 11 ribbons. So I definitely need some more ribbons. Ribbons, the ribbon rack, and then I also need to get a couple more that I forgot about, overlooked, whatever. Yeah, some of the things that I use though: needle nose pliers, and then I have these snips. So these came in a set actually, but I like to, if you can see here, I like to snip these off on a lot of the stars, and even these right here for the sharpshooters, for the expert. I like to snip these off, so that's why that comes into play. And then you can hold these with the needle nose, and then if you use a super glue, then it sticks directly in there. And you typically won't cut it flush. So you'll still have a little bit that will go into the material itself, and then you can do also, you can just add super glue, keeps them nice so that it stays no gap. So you can see very, very close to that material, no gap there. One thing that once you put these on and you start to wear them, you have your seat belt that comes across. Sometimes your seat belt will mess these things up. Just over time throughout the day. That's why I like to use super glue. I did go out on a whim and I purchased these blocks. So unnecessary. I think it's like $13 to $14 per block. You have to have 2 different ones. There's also ones for different letters and things like that. The 5/16 stars, which are these right here, and then I think these are the 3/4 or something like that, the larger stars, which are the ones that go on your NAMs, the ones that people typically get. The problem is you have to have, these do not work for Navy. So these blocks don't work for Navy, because this is what Navy uses, unless you do individual stars. So you have to buy individual stars, and you would have to cut them and then place them there, add the glue, and then stick the ribbon on it like so. So I got these thinking that it would help. Kind of does help, but then to be honest, it's just a waste of time, waste of money with these. So yeah, that's the video. Like I said, I have to have 3 of these for OCS, and I'm just gonna wait till I get the OCS. I'm gonna take these with me just so that I don't have to purchase them, but I'm just gonna wait till I get the OCS to do the medals. And I have enough of the warfare devices, but tomorrow I should be heading to the store to pick up and finish out this ribbon here. Then we have to make another one. That way we have 3 sets. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Hope it was like a little bit of insight on creating your ribbon rack and kind of the frustrations of like always having to update it, always having to spend money on it just for something like that. And then it continuously grows and continuously costs more and more and more. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for the next video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.